Hello, hello, hello. I'm assuming I'm over, yeah. Hello. We're doing Ice Age today for reasons. This game is very, very interesting compared to the other Ice Ages you might have seen in the past from hackathons, but we're just gonna start the run and start talking about it first. Are you ready, Sajiki?
Yeah, go.
And 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, a lot of people might have seen Ice Age 3 or something similar in the past. If not, don't worry about it. This game is very different because it's not actually in any Ice Age movie setting or anything. It's just Scrat running around, and you won't see any other Ice Age character in this game except Scrat. So it's kind of just the Ice Age tag slapped onto it. Also, this game is very, very broken compared to all the other Ice Ages you might have seen, as you can see right here. I will explain this because we'll do this multiple times, but for now, yeah, I'll explain the basic structure of the game first because that's more important. The game is split up into 4 areas, and we're going to the 3rd area right now because after a while we figured out that you can't just go to the last area and complete the game, because then the game won't be officially completed. It won't run the credits and stuff. But you can go to the 3rd area, beat the 3rd area, and then go to the 4th area, and you will beat the game like this. So yeah. Now let's talk about the technical stuff. First, what you just saw is we can fly, we can float, we can do all of that stuff. There's actually 2 different ways, but the one you'll see in a second again, and you just saw, is by using those stick piles that you'll see all over the place. And that also makes it so those are the main thing we're routing for. We're going to a dig pile, we're jumping into the dig pile and restarting the checkpoint immediately, and that makes it that we're in a state where we can just fly. Basically, any upwards momentum will be stored, and no downwards momentum will be applied to us. Which means if we jump, we fly up. If we use the air attack, we'll stay on the same level and float, which makes it very useful. Yeah, so right now, for the next minute or so, we're just going to be floating over the top of this level because it's faster than just going over and through the level itself. And yeah, there's a lot of doors, enemies, things you have to do to get through this level. We don't want to deal with that. I'm also kind of worried about the end of this because I have to ground pound to get back down, and if I miss, I have to do this entire floor again, which is why the estimate is kind of high, because it has happened and it might happen, but we're just gonna see. There's only 2 places where something like this can happen in this game, though, so I'm optimistic that we'll be able to get through this kind of fine. So yeah, back to the level structure. We have 4 levels. Each one of them has an auto-scroller at the end of it, and each one of them unlocks a certain skill. So if we do the 3rd level, we'll unlock the skills for 1, 2, and 3, not just not just 3 itself. Actually, we have already unlocked the skills for 1 and 2 as well by just going into level 3. So we can double jump now, and I don't even know what the other one is, but yeah, we can. Oh, we can grab onto those slings. Okay, so this is the one I shouldn't mess up, and we'll see. This is kind of close. Oh, we're fine. Okay, and okay, so that's the first worrisome point. We're good. Everything's fine. So yeah, we can double jump now, and you'll see there's these rings you can grab onto and sling yourself forward, and that's the other thing we unlocked. And at the end of this level, we'll get an ability to pull blocks that we don't really need here, so that's why we don't do some weird thing where we go into level 4 first, because you could do that too in this level. This room is like a puzzle room where you can have to push like certain, or like throw nuts at certain blocks to make that pillar in the middle go down, but yeah, we can just float on invisible platforms and jump over. So again, we basically skip everything in this game. You won't see anything that's normal. Yeah. And as I said before, most of the route in this game is getting from one dig pile to another, and that's this part of the game right here is another point where it's like this. You'll see. There's a dig pile right behind here. Oh yeah, they are usually for like additional content. They're not actually needed in the game at all, these dig piles. But we're kind of glad they're in here. And there's dig pile behind here, and by grabbing that we can now float again. And we'll just go through the ceiling right here. And then air attack to not go up any further. And we'll float to the end of the level, which is on the left behind here. It's actually not a bad speedrun to learn. It's very chill. It's not a big issue. There's like 2 points in the game where you can kind of mess up, and one of them, as you saw, is like right at the beginning of the run, so it's not a big issue. And not a lot of people run it, so you'll be up there very fast. I'm not even on the leaderboard, I think. I don't think I ever submitted a time. But yeah. Okay, so now we're getting to a kind of less broken area of the game where you actually have to do some of the gameplay normally, which you'll see right here. But yeah. These things right here have a kind of broken property, because if you don't jump after going onto one of them, you can kick after and going off a platform, and you'll store the momentum, which is kind of fun. These fast kicks are really interesting. I don't know. And yeah, that's kind of useful in other categories more than it is in this one, but yeah. Also remember how I said there's 2 ways to float in this game. This is the other one. By just doing a ground pound and not doing anything after, sometimes you'll get into this weird state of floating, and then you can just float. This is slower than the dig pile flying, and because it just floats along, but it's very useful in some cases where you have to otherwise take detours. Like this, you'd have to go through the around the entire room and down, but instead we can just fly and get to the end of the level. And that would also be the end of the actual level, not just a sub-level, because this right here is the end of level 3. Okay. Which gets us into an auto-scroller, which everybody loves, but this game is so broken that even auto-scrollers are broken, so we can go out of bounds right at the beginning of the auto-scroller and get through here, and we'll skip like at least like 10-20 seconds or something. And yeah, this auto-scroll is broken by itself. I don't think you can normally play through this without the camera freaking out like entirely, as you see right here. It's completely and utterly broken, and yeah, this game is very well made, but hey, we're here to enjoy it. It makes for a really good speedrun. I'm also gonna, I guess I can talk about this now. There's a way in this game to completely glitch through every single wall. Just walking up to the wall and pressing print screen makes your game's frame rate drop so much that you just glitch through walls. It messes up the entire collision. But we banned it because it's not possible on every single PC. Like, some PCs are too good and you can't drop the frame rate enough, so you can't get through walls. So yeah, that's not in this run. But yeah, it just shows how bad the game is in some places. Also, now we get the ability to push or pull blocks, which means like at the end of every level there's one of these weird areas like this one right here. Wait, let me actually get this jump real fast. And this is the area where you get where you unlock new abilities. But We only do this one because, again, we skip level 1 and 2. And right here we get the ability to draw blocks, I guess. Yeah, which we finished right now. Yeah, it's pay to lose stress. Again, now we finished level 3, and now we're going to the level 4, so the last level of the game. And there's one more kind of scary strat in the game, so we'll have to see in a second to get through that. Also, you can just clip through these blocks. I did that earlier and just didn't mention it. Yeah, that's a thing. Right here, there's a way to clip through the door again, as I said, but we're not doing it right now because it's restricted. Otherwise, you could just walk up to this door and just clip through it, and you'd save a couple of seconds right there. That's probably the most useful instance of that. But again, yeah, right here, this screen is very scary. First, what we're gonna do is we're gonna get the floating state again and get a dig pile, and then we're gonna go into the jungle area, and we're gonna float over the entire jungle area. Well, this screen of the jungle area, and if I angle it incorrectly, we're gonna die, and I'll have to do the float again. So yeah, we'll see. But I think we'll be able to do this. It should be fine. Yeah, we'll pull this block, and then right here there's a cutscene when I walk out of this. But during the cutscene, oh, that's kind of bad. During the cutscene, you can still float. I'm gonna probably right now try to fix it, but I went way left. So I think we might actually maybe die, because if you don't fly over parts of the level where you're actually, we're kind of okay. We'll correct it. This is slower. The normal flight is faster, but I guess we'll have to correct it not to die. Also, Scrat makes the funniest sounds in these floating states. Sometimes he'll just scream weirdly and all of that. Yeah. Only areas over the actual level will not have a death trigger. There's death triggers all around here, and going too high will kill you, going too far will kill you. A lot of stuff will kill you, so we'll kind of have to pay attention. And we want to get to that wall right in front of the purple light beam. And I think I should have fixed it with losing a couple of seconds, but yeah, I think I should have fixed it at least. And we'll be fine. Yeah, we should be fine. Okay. I don't know when to ground pound now because I'm way lower than I usually am, but I think I'll just do it early and we'll get to this. Yeah, we're fine. We're pretty good actually. Also, this the floating state stores. So if you ever ground pound back to the ground, you can float again by just jumping again, which is pretty fun. I'm gonna... Oh, that was first try. Again, this depends on frame rate as well, the ground pound floating, so it usually does not work first try for me, ever. It's very finicky, but I guess today I'm very lucky. Marathon luck is actually positive today, so yeah. Yeah. I guess I'll stop talking about the technical stuff and start talking about the community for a bit now, because there is a kind of decently sized community for this game, even though it's been frozen for a bit, frozen Ice Age. People aren't actively running it right now, but there's a couple of people that actually do run this game decently often, and let me flip this wall real fast. So if you do want to get into it, there's a Discord server and all of that stuff. You know the drill. Oh my god. I guess I'll reset. There's the you know the drill. Just look on speedrun.com, get into this game. It's very fun. It's very easy to learn, and it's not a lot of time investment. So if you're a busy man, like a lot of people obviously are, then it's easy to get into. My god, I got every flow trust right. That is something. If I didn't mess that up, by the way, I probably could have Pv'd in this run, because, again, I don't really run this game that much, which is why I'm kind of nervous about it. But we've gotten through every scary bit, and from now on, we should be cruising to the end. Also, yeah, if you have any donations ever, Sujiki, just cut in. I know it. Just keep.
We have a donation!
Yay!
Okay, but it's not so much to read because it's just $5 from Anonymous.
That's fine.
Still wonderful. Thank you.
Thanks, Anonymous.
Anonymous, thank you so much. Anonymous.
Mostly, again, I don't really stream that much, I don't really speedrun that much nowadays, but I'm mostly here because I just want to give a big thank you to the Hekathon community, because this marathon started a couple of years ago when they wanted to get a friend to ESA, and that friend couldn't make it, so back then I was the one who profited because I didn't have the money to meet my friends. So yeah, nowadays I'm a lot better. I have actually internet where I can stream, which is why this year it's the first time for me actually being in this marathon. So I kind of wanna give back, and yeah, I'm happy to be here. Let's just say that, and I'm happy to fill out the EU morning shift, late night shift for the US, and keep this marathon going. Yeah. We're now, again, I'm not even talking about what's on screen anymore. We're floating again. There's another dig pile here, but we'll just ignore that because we don't need it, because we're so close to the end of this sub-level. That's one of the there's a couple that we don't use, but this one is just the one that we see during the run, but we'll just ignore. Right here, there's a death trigger at the bottom of this, but there's also a checkpoint right at the wall, so we'll just die here and respawn at the top of the wall. And I think that is, we're getting into the last screen. So, actually, yeah, that should be the last screen of the game. I don't know if this game has a story. I think Scrat, as usual, just wants to get nuts, so yay. But for some reason at the end of this, there's a dino. I'll spoil this. I still don't get it. I never really paid attention to the cutscenes, because this is a Ice Age, non-Ice Age game. Well, thanks. I kind of want to try not to lose too much health here, because I want to enter a float state at the end of this level. This is what it usually looks like when I try to get the floats, by the way. I want to enter a float state, another float state at the end of this level, and I want to get out of it, which you can by ground pounding normally again, and then Scrat will spin and get out of the float state, but it's faster to just jump into lava. So we'll want to do that, but again, if I don't have enough health, it's fine as well. Right here, we'll do that too. But at this point, it doesn't matter too much. We'll do it again, and that's where it matters. Also, this run has gone surprisingly well. There's not anything difficult left in the run. Again, just get the float right here. This is the one I was talking about. And then we'll get through it very easily. Okay, thanks. Yep. And now we'll basically float to the end of the game. There's a couple of jumps left, but nothing too scary. So, yeah. Again, if you want to run this game, check out the Discord server. There's a couple of people that know this game inside out, but if you just want someone to message and ask about certain things, then just ask me. I think I should know everything there's to know that we know right now. And there's also other categories. There's categories that are on all levels. There's categories that block disallow floating, which is very fun because again, there's a lot of other speed tech that isn't even shown in this game, in this run, because floating is so OP. But they're obviously a little bit longer. So if that's what you're into, you can do all of that. And I hope I kind of represented this game well, because it's really something that you can easily pick up, and it's still very, very fun. Okay, right here, this jump I can mess up, which I did. That's the last thing I can kind of mess up, but whatever. Again, we're not bad. We're very much with an estimate, and I'm not worried about it. Okay, this just saves like a second or two, I think, but well, I guess we'll do this one more time. We want to grab the ring up there and do a slingshot through there. Also, after you die, sometimes you just get stuck there for a second. But you have to actually look at the ring to grab it. Wow. That was not the thing I thought would not go right in this one. Man. Also, I can't really speak right now because it's been quite a while for me. I'm from Germany. It's been quite a while for me speaking English, like a lot. Again, yeah, that's how it's supposed to look. Thank you. So sorry if I stumbled over my words a bit, but I think I handled it kind of well. And time is going to be when I enter this next cutscene, so in like 3, 2, 1. So, time. Thank you everyone for checking this stream out at the weirdest hours for everyone, but hey. And have fun with the rest of Hekathon. There's gonna be a lot of good stuff coming up this run, today and tomorrow, so yeah. Excited for Nintendogs. Watch that. So, yeah. Goodbye. Thanks for watching, everyone.